Hello everyone, going to do a video on installing this is a Harbor Freight 3,500 pound capacity electric trailer jack. Here's what the box looks like. It includes night lights, this costs $129, then with the 20% coupon, $111 total with tax and everything I paid. Took it out of the box. Comes with two lights, one on each side. There's a light. Here's the switch for the light. And then your power button will be right here to raise it up and down. It also comes with a fuse. Comes with a wire. Not sure how long it is yet. We'll take that off and see what we need. And it comes with a manual handle in case your power goes out or your motor goes out. There it is. With my camper, we use the sway bars, so we're constantly raising it up and down. Plus I live on a hill. I have to put it on blocks. And it was just getting to be a pain in the butt with the manual crank that we have on our trailer now. My camper's in storage. I'm going to go get it. And we're going to install this. You want to make sure, take a look at your trailer. It's for the A-frame type, that the hole is the same size. I just eyeballed it. Looks like it's the same size, and most of them have 3 bolts. Make sure them will line up. Mine looks like it will. I'm hoping it's just standard. We'll find out. I'm gonna go get the camper and we'll get this installed. Take a look at your existing manual trailer jack. Mine says it's a 2,000 pound capacity, so this one should be more than enough. With sway bars, you also have to lift up the back of your truck to get your sway bars installed, including, lifting the back of the truck, the hitch, which it's a big hitch on a sway bar, probably weighs 50 pounds. The back of the truck, I don't know, at least a couple hundred pounds you're going to be lifting up, maybe 300. And the front of the trailer, on my trailer anyway, is heavy duty. I can't lift it by hand, so I'm sure that weighs a couple hundred pounds. So we're lifting up at least 500 pounds. We'll see if this can do it. Let's get this installation started. I'm going to go grab the camper and we'll continue the filming. Okay, I got the camper home. As you can see, the manual crank. There's the sway bar. There's the bolt. It's kind of on a triangular type plate, and the one that I'm putting on is more of a round plate, but it looks like the bolts line up. So we'll see here in a minute. First thing I did is, the bolts are all rusty, so I used this liquid wrench. Kind of helps loosen them up a little. It's a 9/16 inch wrench, and there's a bolt on the bottom, so I'll start loosening those up now. It's been soaking for a little bit. Got them loosened up. I'm just using a drill. They come right out pretty easy. We'll take it off. Okay, it pulls right out, and we got a hole. We'll see if the electric one fits right in there. Okay, you got to take the flat plate off first before you stick it in the hole. Fits right down in the same hole. It's a little bit smaller.
A little bit of an angle.
You want the power switch up front like this. Okay, we just stuck her through the hole and everything lines up, all the holes. It's just the standard hole pattern. Now what we need to do is on one of these we have to make sure the paint's off, because this is the ground. There's only one. Your positive wire comes out of the motor and it's grounded with a bolt. So we're gonna take a little bit of paint off of the top of this, the bottom, and around the frame so we get a nice ground on it. We'll do that now. Okay, as you can see, I ground off the paint, top, bottom, and on the actual tongue itself. So we get a nice ground. The bolt going through is going to be the ground, so. And we can touch that up with black paint when we're done. Hey. Get all your bolts started first before you, so they're all lined up, and then go ahead and tighten them down. So what I'm doing is putting a washer on before I run my bolts in. There's no nut on the bottom, it's threaded through the frame, so I'm using the same nuts. I'm just putting a washer so I get a good ground. I'm putting a washer on every one. We'll just tighten them down. You tighten them down to 15 to 20 foot-pounds. You might need a torque wrench to get that exact, but we'll do that and we'll have her mounted. Just as easy as that. Quick, simple, easy. Then we'll do the wiring. Oh, this is the torque wrench. Set it on 20 pounds and 15 to 20. I put mine at 20, so I got that on. Now we'll do the wiring. Okay, we have our wiring coming down. It's on the, goes down the shaft here. What I did, what you want to do is put a switch somewhere so you can turn it off and on. You don't want somebody coming at night when you're sleeping and messing with this. So you want to be able to turn it off. What I did so far is I ran this wire and fished it down through back to the battery. It's plenty long enough. I'm going to have to cut it somewhere for my switch. This would be your positive wire. Of course, your ground is right here on the bolt. The fuse, what we're going to do is cut it and then strip both ends. We'll do that now. So we cut it and then we're going to strip both ends, and we'll cut this wire wherever my switch is going to go. We'll wire that all in. This wire, it's about 4 foot long, so it's long enough to go back to my battery. I don't know if you can see it, but it's back. My battery will sit back in there. I'm just going to hook it directly to the battery. Need to go to the hardware store and find a switch. Probably want a waterproof switch, so it's going to be out in the weather. If you have to add a little more wire, you want to use 10 gauge wire. You don't want to add too much, but if you have to go a little further, it looks like they make it so it's usually your battery's sitting pretty close to the jack, so no less than 10 gauge wire, or you have the chance to melt your wires. we'll go get the switch. Okay, what I did is I cut my wire right here. I found a little plastic box at the hardware store. I'm gonna put my switch on here. It fits right in there perfect. You might have to mess around and find what you need, but this one's gonna work for me. I'm wiring this myself. You might want to get an electrician, because you want the right size switches so it can handle the amount of amps that are going through here and everything. But I'll just kind of show you how I'm doing it, and you can do whatever you want. But I'm going to run this wire in, drill a hole through here, put my switch. I got a waterproof switch, and then I'm going to run my wire through this side now over to the battery, because it wasn't quite long enough. But here's my wire. I'm going to drill a hole in the bottom of this plastic in case any water does get in there, it can run out. So we'll get that going now. So what I'm going to do, I got a splicer. I'm going to splice the fuse onto my wire that I cut off. I got a piece of heat shrink which will slide over. I'll do that now. Okay, we got that spliced together. Use a crimping tool for that. Then we're going to slide the heat shrink over top and heat shrink it with a heat gun, or you can do it with a lighter. We'll do that now. Okay, we got that spliced together, heat shrunk the splice. Now we'll run it into my box. So what I did, drilled a 1/2 inch hole, put my switch right here. Got 2 wires going through. I'm going to drill a couple of holes down here at the bottom so water can come out. Then I'll just hook my 1 wire coming from the jack to one of these, and then the other one will go to the battery. That's all there is to it. Put all my wires in and fasten it to the frame. You can put some little silicone around the top and around the switch to help keep water out too if you want. So there's what it looks like. I crimped the wire coming in from the jack to one side, and then the wire that's going to go to the fuse and then to the battery to the other side, and we'll put all this in and put it right down here inside the frame. Okay, what I did, drilled a bunch of small holes in the bottom so the water can drain out of there. I also put some zip ties on the ends here, and then put a little black tape around so this wire can't pull out on both sides. There's another zip tie on this other side. This one goes to the battery. See the zip tie and some black tape so it won't put pressure on the splice joints. Okay, so what I did, I put a self-tapping screw, just one, I'll hold it and push it up tight and up underneath this frame here. There it is, that's it. Now we'll hook it to the battery. There's your fuse, so that's a waterproof fuse, so I'll put a little silicone around the ends right there just to make sure. But then I'll run that wire back around and over here to the battery. We should be done. We'll run her up and down once we get it done. Okay, we got the wire run. Got it hooked up to the positive of the battery. Got my battery in. Switch is in the on position. Try the light. Can't really see it, but the light's going on and off. And try the motor. That's up, and then push it forward. It's going down. It's working great. Awesome. Now we gotta see if it'll lift the truck up. Okay, there you have it. Got her all jacked up, so you can see. I have mine on blocks, which you're not supposed to do, so do that at your own risk, but I'm on a big hill, as you can tell. Has plenty of pressure, lifted up the truck to get the sway bars off, and lift it up to get it level. I have some heavy duty jack stands under here to hold her up, so but seems like it's working great so far. A lot easier on the arm. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be safe.